What if I told you that throwing an amazing party in your own country could get you a life sentence? Back in 1661, there was a man who built a palace that was even more stunning than the king's own. Just a couple of weeks after it was finished, he ended up in prison. It wasn't due to inciting a revolt or anything like that. Nope, it was just because he made the king feel less important. Let me share the story of Nicolas Fouquet with you. France was rebuilding after years of war. The king, Louis XIV, was young, only in his early 20s. He wanted power. He wanted respect. He wanted to be remembered as the greatest king in Europe. Serving under him was Nicolas Fouquet, the Minister of Finance. Fouquet was smart, confident, very wealthy. He helped manage the country's money. He supported artists and writers. He built strong political connections. People admired him. Some even whispered, "He looks more like a king than the king." And that was dangerous. Fouquet had a vision to create something truly remarkable. To bring this dream to life, he enlisted the top architect, painter, and garden designer in all of France. The result of their collaboration was a stunning palace named Vaux-le-Vicomte. It was simply mesmerizing. The gardens were immaculate. The rooms sparkled with gold, and the fountains glistened in the sunlight. This place was not just a home. It represented immense wealth and influence. And when you're in service to a king, symbols like these hold great significance. On August 17, 1661, Fouquet invited the king to a grand celebration at the palace. Thousands of guests arrived. There was live music, a theater performance, endless food and wine. When night fell, fireworks exploded above the palace. The building glowed in candlelight. Guests looked around in awe. Some quietly said, "This is more beautiful than the king's own palace." Louis XIV smiled. He clapped. He thanked Fouquet. But inside, he felt humiliated. How could a servant live better than the king? If Fouquet looked richer, would people start respecting him more than the crown? In that moment, the king did not see beauty. He saw a threat. After the party, the king returned home in silence. But his pride was wounded. In a monarchy, image is everything. If the king appears weaker than his minister, his authority is questioned. Louis XIV decided something had to be done. Not loudly, not emotionally, but strategically. On September 5, 1661, royal guards arrested Nicolas Fouquet. He was accused of stealing money from the government. The trial lasted for years. Some charges may have been true, but many historians believe the real reason was jealousy. Fouquet expected exile. Instead, the king personally changed his punishment. Life in prison. He was locked inside a remote fortress. The man who once hosted the grandest party in France would spend the rest of his life behind stone walls. After Fouquet was imprisoned, Louis XIV hired the same architects and artists to build something even bigger, the Palace of Versailles. A palace so magnificent, no one would ever outshine him again. Nicolas Fouquet did not attack the king. He did not try to take the throne. He simply shined too brightly. And in the presence of insecure power, brightness becomes danger. Law 1 teaches us, when dealing with authority, never make them feel inferior, because a wounded ego can destroy you quietly. In the game of power, sometimes survival means letting someone else shine. This was only the beginning. 47 rules still control the game. Most people will never learn them. Will you? Subscribe now, before someone else uses them on you.
Let us proceed for the common good.